about regionals this week. Just your overall performance. Obviously, it was huge to win that first game, and then you guys advanced to the Sunday championship. You lose, you have to fight back, and we learned a lot about this HSU team on Sunday winning that championship.
I learned something new with this team every day. Just when I think they've fought enough, they continue to fight, and I'm really proud of these ladies and the fight that they continue to put up day in and day out, and they show me how much they want it. I knew it was going to be tough for Sonoma to take 2 from us. I knew they were capable of taking 1. Not that I wanted them to, but I knew it was going to be rough to take 2. And with the hitters that we have, the experience that we have, the determination these young ladies have, I to tell you the truth, I really wasn't stressing about the if necessary game. And so I'm just really confident in these ladies' abilities and their drive to want to win.
I think it's a good example where you guys get the seedings, but when you guys play the tournament, you kind of throw that out the window, just judging by how you had Sonoma as 4 and as 2 in the championship.
Yeah, everything once league's done, everything starts anew pretty much, and it's rough when you see when we're seeing Sonoma. We saw Sonoma I think 7 times this year. We're about to see San Diego another 7 times. It's hard when you see a team that amount of times to be. Nothing's new anymore. Obima and Perez, they, as good as pitchers they are, Sonoma knows them and adjusted well, and that's where Maddie came into play. Maddie didn't get a lot of time against Sonoma and San Diego, and to be able to throw Maddie in there, the unknown, she did her job, and I couldn't have been prouder for her. And that really, I believe, based on stats, obviously, but really believe in my heart, is that's the difference in the game was Maddie, because they hadn't seen her in the past. And you're right, number 2, number 4 seed. I think anybody in our region can be competitive at the national level, and that's a credit to this West region and a credit to the CCAA, because Sonoma, San Diego, Monterey, and us, any one of us who gets to that national tournament is going to make a run for it.
It's a team game, but Maddie, as a freshman, of what she did, I mean, she came up huge for the pitching staff and just what you guys needed. I mean, the offense has done its job, but she definitely, you could say, carried this team. I mean, her sister too, but came up huge on Sunday. No,
it warms my heart. Maddie hasn't had the pitching time, and it's hard to get the pitching time when you're pitching behind Obima and Perez. But she never gave up. I'm sure she's had her lows as far as am I ever going to play? But I constantly told her she's here for a reason. She's a part of this team, and it happened last year. We rode Obima. Obima had a little rough in Super Regionals, and Perez came through. It's the same thing this year. Perez and Obima have had a little rough just because the teams know them so much, and Maddie came in and did the job. And I'm so happy that Maddie, a freshman, really grew up this weekend. And I know it's lit the fire under her, and to continue to work hard. And of course, Hannah. Hannah's been in a slump this year, unfortunately. But we sat and talked before the CCAA tournament. It's like, who cares what you did in league? This is a whole new ball game right now. You just got to go out there and keep swinging. You're more than capable, and you have to know that with one swing, you can change a ball game. And she did. She did it 3 or 4 times this weekend. So I'm really proud of her as well.
With Hannah, though, knowing the slumping, at one point you say, God, maybe I should just sit her out a game and let her just watch. Or is it just like, no, just keep throwing her out there?
No, the coaching staff and I had some talks about that, about who to throw in there, and we did pitch hit for her occasionally when I called for it, but we knew in the back of our head if we were going to win, we needed to get Hannah we needed to have her keep swinging, and she needed to get out of her slump. Now, I'm not saying she's out of her slump, but she really did come through for us this weekend. I hope she's out of her slump, and that was our main goal all year, was if we're going to win a national championship, Hannah needs to be in that lineup. So, we stood by her and continued to let her work through things.
And for her sister, for pitching wise now, how great is it that you have a 1, a 2, and now 3, where get in trouble, and you know you can rely on somebody else as well.
Well, it's great, especially going into the postseason. Usually, most teams really only have a one. I have 3 number ones. I have all the confidence in the world in Maddie. I have all the confidence in the world with Prez, and so with Rima. And it's a good problem to have, and it's good to know that I can put any one of them in a situation and know that they're going to work out of it. And if they don't, they have backup.
So San Diego, you obviously don't need to do your research. You guys know each other so well. You opened up the conference tournament last week. You're going to do the same with them now. Regionals. Obima pitched for you guys last Friday. Is she the one that's going to get the call for you?
I believe so, but honestly, we haven't made the decision yet. We're going to, continue. We have a practice today. We're going to kind of talk it out and see how it goes. But it doesn't. I could throw all 3. I have all the confidence in all 3 of them. But right now, it looks like Obima will get the nod. But that could be a game time decision.
As you get into regionals, I think you're facing the top teams in the West. The competition gets even better as you guys move on. Do you expect more out of your pitching? I mean, you guys got the job done. You won the tournament, but for especially your sophomores that are pitchers, do you expect more from them?
Of course I do, and I think our strength of schedule has prepared our whole team for the regionals and on to nationals, and I know Obima and Perez are more than capable, and they're going to get a chance to go against not only San Diego, but Central Washington and Dixie, a team that doesn't know them. I mean, we saw Central, but one game really, a month ago is not going to affect them. They're still an unknown, and that's what's great about seeing Dixie and Central and not having to see another seat in most of the CC2A teams again. I expect great things out of them, and I know they'll adjust, and I know they'll get past last weekend and move on into this weekend.
Going over to Dixie, I'm sure some elevation, and Dixie's probably familiar with it, but for the other teams, you feel like there's going to be a kind of getting used to it all?
As far as this regional play?
Yeah, or just there. I don't know, how it is elevation-wise, just the area, but kind of getting used to the
I haven't really even thought about that. People have asked me, are you upset you're on the road? Are you upset you're not home? And of course, I'd love to be at home in front of our home crowd on our own field, but these girls are determined. Excuse me. And no matter where you send us, no matter who you put us up against, we're going to put up a fight, and we're not going to let down. We're going to stay focused, and our job is to go out there and win a national title, and nothing's going to get in our way.
I'll ask 2 questions, and then also hopefully you get your health.
I'm sorry.
Watching the video from the broadcast on the radio, definitely the HSU fan support with families, fans coming down. It really sounded like it was like a Humboldt State home game, and I'm guessing, in Utah, that HSU fans will make their way. And how great is it for you guys to have that fan support?
Well, it's always great. Year in, even from back when I played, year in and year out, our Humboldt fans and friends, family, uncles, sister, everybody have always been supportive. There's been, I would say, majority of the times that we're on the road, we have the more fans. And it's just a testament to this program and a testament to the loyalty that people have to Humboldt State and Humboldt State softball. And so I've already talked to a couple parents. They'll be en route to Utah, and they'll be with us every step of the way. And it's great. It was really great to see Superfan at the CC2As. He was really great. Even the team gave a shout out to him. It's just nice to have that kind of support when you are away, and when you're not close to home, when you don't have your home field advantage. But these girls, this community sticks behind this team and this university, and it's just great to see year in and year out.
We talked about the pitching and everything else, but the offense. And anytime you have, your caliber hitters, and I'm sure you'd like to see even at the top get on base more, but with the hitters that you have to feel confident going into the regional.
Oh, I feel very confident, and I know Walker and Harris will come through. They both struggle a little bit this weekend, but that's why you have 7 other people in the lineup, and those guys have really come through. Pena has just blossomed this past month. Randall scares me in the bullpen and the batter's box, and for Hannah to finally really come out of her shell, it's really a great thing to see. And we've said this in the past. There's even though Walker and Harris struggled this weekend, there's really no rest in that lineup for a pitcher, because any second Tanya's going to pop out, break through. Any second Darian's going to use her speed to get on base. And of course, any second the bottom of the lineup could have put a ball in her fence. It's great to see that, and I feel sorry for other teams when they go up against our lineup, but I'd rather be on I'd rather have them on my team than have to play against them.
Great. I'll be quiet now.
All right. When you sent in Maddie after Katie and Liz were struggling on Sunday, was there anything you told her and told your team that kind of maybe felt led to them being able to perform so well?
Yeah, I didn't really say anything to the team. What I said to Maddie is, I'm sending you into war right now. Put your armor on. Here we go. And she accepted the challenge. Maddie, the team kind of has a thing with Maddie, mad dog, bulldog kind of thing. And I just told her, I said, just go in there, be a bulldog. And it's the same thing I said Sunday when I called timeout right before when we had bases loaded and they had their number 4 hitter come in. I said, just go and do what you do. Just go out there and be Maddie, and we'll be fine.
And another thing I've noticed just over the season, and it happened a couple of times this weekend, is when you send in Hannah Jones to talk to Liz or Katie or Maddie when they're struggling, it seems like something she says works because they immediately settle down and really get on track.
Well, Hannah's the pitching coach, and
is there something she has some ability to basically get them on track?
I'm sure she does. Hannah's got a special relationship with the pitchers and knows each pitcher individually and knows how to talk to it. And we all do, but she has that special bond. And sometimes she's just about, hey, Maddie, relax. Abima, just throw the ball, And even though it's not something specific to say, maybe just her tone of voice or how she approaches them helps them do things.